Hello everyone. It's been quite a while since I made a YouTube video, and I know. My voice is bad because I spent 13 hours at work yesterday without a break. And for a living, I talk in front of anywhere from 20 to 100 people. And 13 hours of that can get to your voice. Let's talk for a little bit about why I haven't made a YouTube video. One, my life has been a complete mess since COVID. COVID basically destroyed my business, and I've had to rebuild it basically from scratch since COVID. I get close to getting it rebuilt, and then I start running into adult children. Adult children are people who look like adults, have the age like adults, but throw temper tantrums like children. And these 2 or 3 adult children last year probably cost me a good $10,000, $15,000 minimum. And about most of that was attorney fees. Okay? So, unfortunately, I'm still dealing with a couple of those adult children. And it's damaged my business, it's hurt my income flow. Various other things have been going on. So my energy has been working on taking care of my children and taking care of myself. And part of self-care is playing on that thing behind me, the computer behind me. That's not the same computer I built on video quite some time ago. Let me slide out of the way so you can see it. You can see it over there in the corner. It is an Asus built machine. I walked into Best Buy and found it for about $500 off. So I grabbed it. It was an open box item. The parts inside the machine actually cost more than they were selling it for. And I kind of regret buying that, but I kind of don't. It has given me an outlet that I've needed. I used to play video games a long time ago, and when I got married, that slowly dropped off. I started spending more time with her and family. We're not going to get into that marriage. Some of you have posted your comments on what you feel about that over the years on various videos. Okay? We're just not going to get into that. But what we are going to get into is model building. I have built a bunch of snap kits. And to be honest, I picked one up about 2 weeks ago, opened it, put together one step and set it down, and just didn't have motivation to proceed. Okay? Doesn't mean that won't come back. It just means that I didn't have motivation that night. I feel the pull to go into the hobby room and work occasionally, but the hobby room is completely trashed. If you go back in the history of the channel, you can find some videos I put up where the house was just trashed when she left. She just came in and took some stuff out and left. She didn't take half of what she had done. Her and her mom were shopping addicts, and they had filled this house from top to bottom with possessions. To this day, I'm still finding random weird stuff shoved in corners in the back of cabinets that I have no idea this was even a spot there. Okay? For example, the other day I was cleaning out one of the kitchen drawers. I pulled the drawer liner up, and underneath it was those sheets of twist ties you get with garbage bags. And it was like 20 sheets. And why would that be under the kitchen liner? It made no sense. And I'm just finding stuff like that everywhere. And in addition to that, my mom passed away about a year ago, and she lived here in the house for about 6 months before she passed away. And we had to clean out her house, and everything I got from her house is in her old bedroom, and you can't walk in there either. I inherited a 1962 Oldsmobile Cutlass. It is in my garage. Unoperative. Very little rust on that car, and I'm trying to decide what to do with it. So I've had a lot of events in my life that have given me lots of problems. In addition, I was on Prozac for a while, not Prozac itself, but a similar one. at the advice of a therapist, and I'm telling you all, that was a mistake. What Prozac does is it mutes emotion, and I mean it mutes it. It mutes the bad, it mutes the good, it mutes everything. So you're flatlined. And after about being on it for about a year and a half, I realized all this and said, I have to get off it. Getting off it was a huge roller coaster. My weight went up and down. My emotional state was cycling everywhere for about 3 months. It was just a mess. Okay? That was last January. The other things that are not motivating me to put up videos on YouTube is YouTube changes monetization policy about January. And someone will correct me if I'm wrong. They decided that it was in their best interest to only monetize people that are drawing huge repeating views. In other words, if you have a video library of 1,000 videos and those videos are getting viewed pretty regularly, that doesn't matter. You need to put up a video that gets 2,000 views this week or you don't get money. It doesn't matter what your videos do past this week. That's irrelevant. It's got to be this week. I think in part of that is because the major networks have invested a lot in YouTube. And they go to the YouTube executives because they can and say, look, we don't like all these little small channels. They're going to distract from us. So what can we do to get rid of them? And again, that doesn't hurt people like Mr. Beast, Mark Rober and some of the others. Because, well, honestly, those guys are going to pull in that many views with a short 30-second clip. The rest of us can't even sustain any of this. So I've lost part of my motivation there. I've lost part of my motivation to keep my equipment up to date, to even keep the hobby room straightened up. Since about May, I started cleaning up my life and straightening things up. Most of the house is cleaned up now. I have 2 rooms that are not the hobby room, my mom's room. The movie room upstairs is not completely clean, but it's close, okay? The garage is a mess since that car arrived. I have 4 cars right now, and I need to sell off 2 of them. I'm trying to figure out how and which ones to sell. I will probably get rid of my truck. It's a 97 Ford Ranger. I have a 2016 Jaguar F-Type that I bought on a whim at a really good price, I might add. I mean, I talked to the person who was selling it down almost $10K real quickly. And I bought it at a below market value. In fact, it's still worth what I paid for it. So that wasn't a bad investment. I just don't drive it like it's worth driving. I have a Hyundai SUV, which is my main vehicle. And the Oldsmobile Cutlass, which is inoperative. Half the fenders are off of it. And that's how I know the state of its rust. The interior is almost completely restored. It just needs the engine redone. And that's going to be a beauty because it was an aluminum V8. And back then they didn't really make those. In addition, it was supercharged and had a water injector. And good luck for finding that water injector because it's long gone. Let alone the supercharger for that specific engine. That'll be fun. And it's seized. It's locked up. All right, just want to let you all know what I'm doing in life. I'm about to build a new computer for the first time in like 8 years. It's not that there's anything wrong with the one behind me, but it was a manufactured computer, which means its upgradability is very limited. I wanted to change out a video card the other day and found out the case is way too small for the video card. I also have talked to Model Man Tom. I had like a 2-hour phone call with him a couple of about a month ago. He's doing great. Him and the wife, they're doing great. Yeah, I didn't get into too many specifics with him. It was just mainly a little catch up to see how life was. Okay. He's looking to change out his car. The one that he did Star Wars. He's looking to get another car and redo it as Star Wars. So, yeah, that's Tom. He's being himself. My kids are doing great. I have 3 cats. Again, Thunderpaws is not with us. He passed away about 1.5 years ago, but most of you knew that. In his place, I have another Maine Coon. His name is Mr. Big Ears. I let my daughters name him. Well, anyhow, I know I'm rambling a little bit. Just want to let you all know I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I'm working my hiney off trying to offset the damage adult children have done to my life. And I'm being kind by calling them adult children. And I still have 2 of them acting up here and there, which are going to cost me money. Oh, that is fun. Well, anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this little update. I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm going to get back to this channel. I have been going to a club here in town occasionally and working on models with them. That's kind of more therapy than anything, to be honest, just so I can get and talk with some people my age. And yeah, I do have another channel. I'm thinking of resurrecting it, however. I'll link it in the bottom of this video. And that channel was just random stuff. I did product reviews there, and I would talk about random stuff. And I think I might just revive that channel. The computer I'm going to build in a little bit, I'll probably video it and put it there. And we will see, you know. I have been doing 3D printing. I do have a Carbon X1. And the maintenance on that, it's not exactly as advertised. It's not get it out of the box and it prints. It's close. You do have to do maintenance on it about once a month, once every other month, depending on use. And it does have its problems, but I'm learning most of my problems are improper filament storage. I live in South Texas, and the humidity level most days is over 50%. So the filament is getting wet, even though I live in a pretty environmentally controlled house. When I had the house built, I had 6-inch walls built, and then 1.5 inch foam board put on the outside of the house. So the temperature stays pretty stable in here, and the power bill isn't very high, even though it's kind of a large house. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. So I've been 3D printing, I've been playing on the computer, playing a video game, cleaning up the house, taking care of my kids. They are a major priority in my life. And I have been spending more and more time with them, which is a blessing to everyone. They are such wonderful little ladies. Okay? I took them to Colorado recently. I'll make a slideshow and put that on the other channel. All right, everyone. I hope you have a good one. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do with the model channel moving forwards. It also put a crimp, YouTube's also put a crimp on my business YouTube channel. And I quit working there because it's absolutely impossible to make money there now. It's just gone. There's no way. So there's no point. I was making instructional videos on how to use calculators and various other things, like going over the theory behind what an electric field is. Okay? Well, anyhow, I got to get busy. I have to be at work in a couple hours. And I have a pile of bills sitting right next to me. You can see them right here. That needs to be dealt with. And, yeah, cats are hungry. They're being quiet about it, but they're hungry. And I got a big hungry fish. I'll talk to you all later. Hope you enjoyed.